It's a hey look. It's a hey look. It's a hey.
Much more normal.
Gay.
She's all pipe. She's all pipe.
Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the Snark Tank Podcast. Welcome one and all. We are in the middle of December as we are recording this, so we are equidistant basically from all the holidays in the beginning of December. We're smack dab in the middle. We're gonna try and get to as many of your questions as possible. Remember, you can ask your questions over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Check out the tiers over there to see what's going on. There's some cool extra ammo episodes there. One that I'm really fucking happy. I'm so pleased with the Gears of War one. I can't even tell you, but that's up there. We just did a Steam, guess the Steam review game type thing. We did it once before and people seemed to like it, so we did it again. Round out the year, bunch of other stuff like that. So pop on over there. I don't normally do the housekeeping this quick, but I always forget, so I got to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
time to begin, isn't it?
I guess we'll focus on questions because I don't really know much. I don't know. There stuff has been happening, but like I don't know enough about any of it at all. Like I have no idea. I know there's some stuff with the completionist. I know that Twitch rolled back their nudity policies or whatever the fuck after like less than a day. After less than a fucking day.
They rolled it back already?
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah.
What happened? Did someone wall out immediately?
Well, everybody was just like,
too many
okay,
people.
well, yeah, everyone.
Straight up naked? Like straight up naked?
Well, no.
Everyone was
just pushing the boundaries, you know?
People were theory crafting, essentially. And they were like, ooh, let's, this wasn't a good idea. But
that sucks. I think that would have been a pretty cool idea for people that do not safe for work art and stuff like that. That
look,
could have been
man,
a pretty cool
it would have been totally normal if they would have did it outside of a meta. If they just made an announcement like, hey, we're going to let this happen, people were so hopped up, especially with the new, what are the artistic nudity meta? You know, like they were like, people now really wanted to get in on it and go hard in the paint. I mean, hell, I don't stream anymore. And I even thought, like, what can I do? Like, I was thinking, like, oh, I can do male camel toe streams or something.
This is it's insane. Is it like there's like people that were just like trying to do it? They're like, oh, I can like make some cool stuff. I can do some cool things. I can like draw, you know, like some rather suggestive things. You know, and like make money off of it. And then there's like motherfuckers like you that are just like, oh, how can I make this company regret their decision?
Yeah,
not even like how can I do something fun?
No,
how can I just ruin this? How can I make Twitch upset for saying yes to me?
I was just like OnlyFans light, you know, like just give people a taste where. I got some UFC shorts or some bicycle shorts, and then, you know, you just kind of just get a little bit, you get the half chode going on or whatever.
Yeah.
You get that little chub going on.
You guys are despicable, man.
What are you talking about? If you
frame one, dude. You're just like, let's do it. I got an idea.
Like that is.
I didn't do anything. Why did you say you guys? I didn't do shit.
No, I'm talking about Derek's ilk.
Yeah,
Derek
that's true.
I
mean, but like how could you? Why wouldn't? It's like if they were asking for it at this point, because all it was, in my opinion, all it is just protecting these booby streamers, right? They've proven time and time again that is their top priority as far as like who to protect. Like who to protect? It's like, oh, it's not an all-encompassing thing. Like, let's make guidelines that protect X, Y, Z. It's just whatever. Let's just make sure that these people can keep doing things, and then possibly they'll keep sliding in our DMs, and we'll keep getting to have sex with them. Because I mean, I've even heard stories on Instagram.
I think it's a money thing. I think it's a money thing primarily. I think it's just like,
it's definitely a money thing, but
it's always a money thing primarily.
For sure, it's a money thing. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a money thing, but it is. I'm waiting for all of the booby streamers because there's been a handful of women that have talked about hooking up with, you know, important people in Twitch or Instagram, or how to basically get above the. It's like, you remember how. I'm sorry to even say this, but you remember how fucking Gamergate started?
I can't remember you brought that up.
It's I said I already apologized.
Yeah.
I already apologized,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying. You remember how it started in the same way where you just have there's some people who will get a leg up by fucking everybody. You know, it's
and it's smart. There's no reason not
it
to.
kind
honestly.
of is smart. I mean, if you
No reason not to. I don't.
if you can get away with it. I mean, if they wanted,
especially now that
the same
AIDS,
people that do
especially
that,
now
I'm like,
that especially now that AIDS isn't a problem at all. You
It's
just
not a
like go to
problem.
the fucking
like.
I mean, you can
just
use
go-
protection
Is there
still.
any
Like, just
is
be
there
smart.
any STI that
protection
is
doesn't
like
protect you from
fucked?
AIDS really.
Is there any
I
STI? Well, it definitely will dramatically reduce
you
the
not-
chances of transmitting it.
Yeah,
that's like
reduce
how
is
you
not
stop
protect.
it. That's like how you.
Reduce
Like,
is
not
protect, though. It's
100%
like,
you'll
it's like
be fine.
masks.
Well, yeah,
it's like
nothing
masks
is-
with COVID. I mean,
no-
like it will
I would
probably
say a
maybe a
condom
little
is
bit, but it's
way
not
better
gonna
than a
eradicate
mask,
it.
though. I will say because
Assuming it doesn't
condom
rip.
masks are
if
different things.
if
Condoms
mask,
don't rip off
if
them, bud.
mask were
Trust me.
latex like a condom
Okay,
was, you would-
okay.
we'd be breathing like frogs, like with a mask. You'd be like suffocating. So like, you know, I
dude,
think
I've had-
they protect a lot more than a mask too.
Condoms
I'm just saying,
can
man,
break. Yes, 100%.
I have
Condoms do not be
unironically,
breaking off. Things.
dude. I'm not even joking. I've had at least like 7 different experiences where the condom has straight up ripped.
What are you doing? What are you
7
doing?
Actually,
What-
straight up.
you
And
know
I'm
what
like,
it sounds
I'm
like?
not doing fucking anything. I'm not doing anything wrong. They just
I
fucking
think
suck.
we're
I
learning
hate
some
them.
information about you, Chris. I think we're learning
They're
some
terrible.
actually some good information about you. That you're possibly well endowed and you're using small condoms.
Chris,
That's what it sounds like.
I'm using the cheapest ones.
well,
that has to be what it is.
I mean-
Chris, condoms don't break often, dude. Like they really don't.
I
Like,
really
they
could probably
can.
I could probably
They
count on my
can.
hand.
Well, Kingston,
on one hand how
often
many
is not
times
often is
I've been
not
concerned.
often is not 7 times. Often, like out of the over the course of the number of condoms that I've used, it's not often, but it's enough for me to be like,
That's
eh.
you're
now
up
you're-
there with like that's a lot, dude.
So this guy has so it doesn't. It could mean just like you've been with Lily for a long time. That would mean your sex count should be high.
Yes.
Yeah,
I understand
so
that, right?
it-
I've used many a condom in my day, but particularly before I go with the person I am with now.
Mm-hmm.
I have broken maybe 2 condoms, and that's because one of the times I thought I should put 2 on because I got scared
You're a
and it
fucking
broke
moron.
because I had 2 on.
Didn't you learn in sex ed? That's like the worst thing you can do.
I learned that in sex ed, but I was like, it can't be that bad.
You're like, nah,
Cause,
fuck
cause
them
it was like it had a little bit of space, and I was like, maybe if I like
That's so
really,
stupid.
you know,
That's
hunker
so-
down.
At the most,
It's so stupid. It's really stupid.
spermicidal condoms. There's other things that could be done. Dude, condoms are fucking. I hate condoms.
Well,
so
well,
much.
something that I
Oh, yeah.
something, I,
Who-
something that I was
who
something
likes
that I was
condoms?
actually so
Some
hold on
weirdos,
something that I was
dude,
actually
there's
curious
people
Maybe
about.
that
porn
jack off
stars
with
like
There are
condoms.
people that jack
Listen,
off with condoms, dude.
That's weird.
Fucking
That's weird. That's weird.
psychotic.
That's weird. That's weird.
That's like
Let me ask you, I have a so about this like nudity thing, this artistic nudity. I was actually curious because like Derek, like dude, could you have just streamed all of your like nude modded Resident Evil gameplay under that banner? You probably could have done that.
Oh my
Like you
god,
probably
I
could have done that if
You're right. No, you're right.
because that would
That
probably
would
be
have brought
fine,
me
right?
back to Twitch. That would have brought me back to Twitch. It didn't. I didn't even cross my mind because that is literally. I want to. I would love to stream this shit because it is. I know there would be a bunch of horny people watching, but to me, it's just funny. So I would love to just Now I'm
Yeah.
actually kind of disappointed. Well, that's
Doesn't
funny.
that-
how
doesn't
you,
that suck?
You just
You
changed
could've-
my
you-
entire perspective.
You could have played Baldur's Gate with like just complete all the
Oh my God.
the nude mods or
With
whatever.
all the swinging dicks, dude. Like fuck.
The
like,
only
it's-
also known as
damn.
the only reason to play it.
It is the only way. Dude. Some of the other encounters that I'm discovering, there are some wild sexual encounters in that game. Like some of them are
Baldur's
just
Gate,
like,
bro?
yeah, some of them just like they put so much time into this fucking sequence. Like, it's
Bro,
so
it's because
funny.
that's what 80s Baldur's Gate was. It'd be a bunch of these fucking neckbeard guys back when only nerds played it, and they'd be like, "Yo, I want to fuck that dragon," and the DM is like, "Are you sure?" And it's like,
sure?
"Yeah, I want to fuck that dragon," and he's like, "All right, bro, roll," and the motherfucker gets to 20, and he's like,
Well, guess he's
So-
fucking the dragon.
So you approach the dragon in a very sensual manner, and is really feeling your vibe. The dragon takes out its big scaly penis and just starts rubbing it against your forehead, and it's like it's got to do it because that's the game, you know.
I like that he takes the penis out, even though he's a dragon.
Oh no, because it's hidden. It's hidden when they're not in sex mode. When they're in sex mode, like a latch opens, like
latch opens,
and then
a latch, the dragon latch.
It's like how, like, you know how like beetles have the like that the casing over their wings, like,
the
you know, when they're
carapace,
not, yeah.
when they're not in fly mode.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
man.
I've been playing it a little bit.
Again.
I've been playing it a little bit, and it's I just do not understand how you have any combat encounter in this game without either getting completely wiped or just being over encumbered by like 50 different mobs with like a bizarre attack pattern where they can shoot crossbows at you 3 times in a row for each individual turn, and you're just like, okay, I actually dislike it more the more I play it, so I think I have to stop. I've given it enough. I've given it like 25.
It's just simply not for you.
25 hours.
It's unfortunate.
I put into it, and I'm just like, I like the story here, but like I cannot.
You should at least watch the story beats.
Well, look, no, I gave you the suggestion that if you want to play strictly for the story, just like, do you remember that there was a whole argument? Of course, you got to remember that there was the whole argument about people wanting to experience everything that has to do with From Software games, so they would like for there to be something. Different modes, like easy story mode or some shit like that, and of course the fans completely reject that. And I was, you know, obviously I was indifferent because obviously if it was there I wouldn't play it, so it didn't matter to me. But I always feel like more options is always a better idea, in my opinion, because it wouldn't fuck with my gameplay at all. It wouldn't do anything to me, and that's what actually matters. I don't feel any sort of way about God of War having so many different options of difficulties. I feel nothing about it. I play what I play, and you play what you play. So it was, as far as like say Baldur's Gate goes, for example, if somebody wanted to experience the story, I feel like, and you have a PC, why not throw some fucking trainers on there? If the combat is that like to you, why not have, because to me it is hilarious if you have an infinite amount of fucking just if you can just go and your turn meter never depletes, it can be really fucking funny.
I bet
you can I've thrown, like, I just fucking around, I was just throwing everyone, just having fun throwing everybody, and then killing a boss by throwing him to death. You know, because I didn't have, it was just fucking around. And those are things that I even thought about streaming because that's fun to me. But long story short, I feel like if you wanted to like, why not?
Maybe
man?
I'll fuck around with that. Maybe I'll fuck around with that. It's just like I'll find myself in the beginning area. I'm in the beginning area, dude. I'm in the beginning area, and then there's these fucking gnolls or whatever the fuck, and
that's a hard fight. That is a hard early fight if you're not like level 4 at least.
But it's not even just a hard normal, because I'm just like I've already decided, like, all right, I'm playing this for the story. I'm on, the difficulty is like the lowest it could possibly be. Right? There's nothing. There's no reason why this shouldn't be like an easy trounce at the very least. But it's fucking insane. And it's not like impossible, but it's so tedious. Where I'm like, oh my god,
that's CRPGs though. That is CRPGs.
It takes them 15 minutes to go, and I have to. I wish I could at least skip their turn at the very least, like press Y for their turn. Jesus, like at the very least, let me do that. I could skip. I don't know.
Let me sell this for you a little bit more. Manipulating the game speed. Sometimes in large battles, absolutely. Because you know what it also does? Because I like being, like right now, in my Dark Urge, I'm a giant muscle mommy. Right? Mm-hmm. She's just all fucking giant, naked, running around and shit. But the fucking giants are so goddamn slow. They are so slow, it's annoying. So you can obviously switch between party members and use somebody who's faster to travel, to traverse. But I want to be the muscle mommy. I want her to be leading the charge. So I just manipulate the stream to 1.5, and it feels perfect when I'm traveling. And then sometimes in giant battles, I'll put it up to like 1.7, and motherfuckers are flying. So like I'm waiting for like an entire fucking, like I'm waiting for like fucking 15 people to do shit, and so it's just flying through it. And I was like, this is awesome. This is like,
man, I guess
this is like
it's like I very rarely have games where I like, unless a game is bad, I'm very rarely turned off by it. But I guess just I don't know. Baldur's is like such a.
Well, you're
I
a
feel
D&D
like
guy.
everyone should experience those characters. I play D&D, but like there's very rarely game I can play. Like, oh, this gameplay is not like me. Like I don't play Pokemon because the gameplay hasn't changed at all. But still, I can understand how to play Pokemon.
But I'm also
be like
real quick. I'm speaking of someone who's done multiple playthroughs though. So like the things that I'm telling you are things that like, because I feel like there's some things that I feel like some people want. I used From Software games as an example. I feel like there's some things that people really want to experience, like even like the transformation of bosses and things that some people can just never experience unless they just watch a video. But some people just want to kind of be in it. They want to do it, and I feel like, well, the developers made the game the way they want to make it. So if you want to play it a different way, hopefully you have a PC, and then you can intervene. You can do things
I guess you could
that will
just,
help you play your
it.
way.
Because there are some moments in the game that are like I particularly think like the end of Act 2 is so cool. I think that's such a fucking cool part of a video game.
At what level
I think you should experience that.
At what level are you even remotely competent in combat? Like at what point do you
Like
not get
3.
trounced?
3 for me.
I don't know, man. I'm 3 in those.
About fighting people.
I'm 3 and those gnolls are fucking absolutely raping me, and I don't understand.
Well,
I can't fathom it.
Do you
What's
have
your
any?
class? What's your group?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a what is it? Oh my god, I don't remember. I'm swapping them out constantly.
Because
and
you're
trying
a
different
barbarian,
permutations.
you should be fine with the gnolls by yourself. Like
I should.
Not by yourself.
I
Obviously,
agree.
You don't run it by yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
But you should be able to run in there and like tank a lot of the damage and just get healed by Shadowheart from a distance.
I should. Yeah, I should. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that entirely. But I do. The damage is fine. But then like Shadowheart's healing is fucking garbage. And then I don't know. I can't. I
get it.
I kind of hate these characters because the combat is. It's actually affecting how I see the characters because like I just think of them as weak pieces of shit.
I don't know.
And I can't like them.
I understand what you're saying.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But the combat is so like I get. It has to be. I've played D&D. It has to be.
Well, you're a
that's
D&D
the
guy,
reason
yeah.
why.
Because it's not because I
the
need
combat
to
is
stress.
so simple.
It's not about simplicity. It's about the fact that like it's turn based, but it's also D&D rules. So there are these like advantages and like weird like orderings. It's not like a tactics game. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's
like,
not
straight up.
Well, it is. It's not
Well,
a streamlined tactics game, but it's a tactics game.
Well, it's a CRPG. It's not a tactics game. There's a tactics. It would be like saying Portal is a first person shooter. Technically, I guess, but it's you know that it's not a shooter. It's not. In the same way that this is not really. It's not really a tactics game. In the same way, it's a CRPG where you could do a lot of shit. But like I don't know, something like XCOM or something makes infinitely more sense to me because there's like a set order, or there's like a set turn, or there's like a set wave, or there's like a set rule to like how the encounters are supposed to go. But with this one, it's like, and it's the same problem I had earlier on where it's like, okay, I can go and then 15 gnolls go and then the rest of my party goes. And it's like, well, why did the 15 gnolls get to go before the other people in my party?
That aspect of the game as well.
How?
There's so
all you have to do
there's
is
so
go to
many
Withers.
things.
Just go to Withers and be like, hey, I want everyone to have high dexterity, and then everyone
go
will
to
move before everybody
Withers?
else does. Yes.
Who the fuck is Withers?
The ancient guy from the. Did you go into the tomb? Did you go into like the big like dilapidated
Oh, the fucking
citadel?
what is it? The fucking Draugr looking guy.
Yeah.
I just want quick little.
Your
sides.
order.
It's
Your
not-
wait.
it's not-
Wait. Your order
Go
is
ahead.
determined by dexterity.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What else would dictate that?
I mean, I
Well, see,
don't
here's the
think. I
problem.
just think
There's
the
a
rules
lot
of the
of-
game would dictate that. I don't even think that. I didn't even think that would even be like. Why would how nimble I am with a pen decide like what order I go in combat? Like it's insane.
Because of how nimble you are with how quick you can get your body to act.
You know what I think?
That's
You know what
dexterity.
I think a problem is
Oh.
where there's a lot of RPG games that actually
It's like
just
point-and-click
have
logic.
they just have speed. There's a lot of games,
Right.
so it's more obvious to them. I think that's just like it's more obvious to people that like play things that actually shows speed, and there's also like say different armor sets that will actually gain speed. Now I know there's a lot of games that don't have it where it will fall to their dexterity. Sometimes even Constitution, which is weird, but.
I think it's just simply one, you don't play RPGs, and then two, you don't know Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I don't play
so
D&D.
This is not a good
for
combination.
sure.
For
I
you.
play RPGs. I just don't play D&D RPGs.
If you're playing RPGs, you understand the read what each stat does immediately. If you've never
because
played
dexterity
an RPG.
doesn't.
And
No,
you'll
because
be like,
dexterity
this
doesn't.
does this.
No, because dexterity
like say
doesn't.
for example in
Dexterity
Dark
is not
Souls.
a
Like,
common
literally,
indicator of
in
when
Dark
you
Souls,
can go.
dexterity
Like-
does not affect your speed. It affects your
your ability to control your body, like
But
how
like-
good you are with like ranged weapons,
right,
or like things like that.
certain
usually,
types of
right?
weapons and stuff like that. But it doesn't make you go faster, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, but you
like,
would
for instance,
yeah, go ahead.
like I played Dragon's Dogma. I just started playing Dragon's Dogma a little while ago, right? The first thing I did was I hovered over every stat, and it's like this stat does, or even
Oh,
the
so you
Souls
can, like,
games, obviously.
check the game.
Souls
check-
games, you go there. This stat does heavy weapons, dexterity, how many infinity frames you have, X, Y, Z. It's like this stuff like that where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going, or if I didn't know what I was doing in something, my instinct would be, why the fuck am I not able to X, Y, and Z? That would be like my means of like, that's just how I approach a problem. Like, oh,
Yeah, no, and I
do this.
Google this shit and I look it up and it's all like it kind of reminds me of those point and click games from like a long time ago where it's like, oh, to get past this section you have to dip the key in peanut butter and then twist it on the clock and then that opens the door in the other room. It's like holy shit, what is this reasoning? Like, why would dexterity determine like what order you go in combat? That is so alien to me. Like that
makes so much
just
sense
straight
to
up,
me, but
that
I
straight
guess
up does
not.
not compute. Like with the definition of what dexterity means in most games and what it even just
it makes
does.
sense
The
when you
definition of
determine.
dexterity by definition it makes sense, but
Well, no,
No,
I
it does
isn't
not.
dexterity. In
I wouldn't
most
even say.
games.
I wouldn't even say.
It
I would just say
does.
by
No.
process of elimination. What the stats that you are left with, which one do you think would determine your speed? As far as just looking at the stats, like
My
I feel like
assumption initially was that it was just based on level or something, or some like weird invisible stat that I couldn't see. They're like, oh, they could go before my other guys because they're like stronger or something, and that's why they get to go. And it's like that's a weird disadvantage to put the player at. But okay.
Dexterity's Oxford definition literally is readiness and grace in physical ability. That is the
readiness
Oxford
is
definition
not.
of dexterity.
No, but readiness does not imply that you go first. It just implies that
you're
you're
ready to move first.
But
you're
who
ready to
isn't?
move first.
But like that's what. No, it
Well,
doesn't.
whoever's the person that has the most nimble body is going to be able to, like, let's say like someone
I'm
breaks
just saying
into a
most
room, right?
most
Like,
tactics
not
games
that
that I've
it is
ever
arbitrary, very
No, you're
arbitrary
not-
nonetheless. I'll admit
No,
that.
but that's not the
Very
conversation we're
arbitrary.
having. What I'm saying is most games that operate under this framework do not have this. They just don't. Straight up.
No, they have a speed stat proper. They have a speed stat proper.
They have a
right?
speed
They have
stat.
like
They have either a
proper
speed stat or it's just straight up, okay, you go, they go, you go, they go, you go, they go, because that's what a turn-based game is. You know what I mean? Like they don't have this
really.
extra advantage. Most games that I've ever played absolutely do.
Not
Absolutely.
really.
a lot of times they'll have it if it's not actually a stat that's controllable. It's usually people that have to go through the code and see the stats themselves. That the games, depending on your level, have fixed levels of speed and everything else. So like as you traverse different sections in the game,
even in games like XCOM, like there's a stat for whoever's gonna move the quickest, and or the role they play to move the quickest, and then
And that's fine,
Final
except
Fantasy, there's
that's
like-
fine, except it's usually the balance isn't as it's not 4 guys versus 50 gnolls or 48 goblins. You know, like it's not. It's something up. It
I
feels
see what you
fucking
mean.
insane. Like, and especially just because it's so damn slow. Like I just can't. I can't do it. I'm glad it's doing well. I'm glad it's game of the year. I'm glad
Yeah.
they're fucking set. But like I don't know. I'm gonna have to mod the shit out of it or just watch another playthrough while I play something else. Because that's the kind of the thing too, where it's like I could
would suggest at
experience
least watch the playthrough.
because I could play the story, but then part
I
of
feel
me
like
is like
modding's
well,
fun because if you're playing for the story, you want to make your own choices. And so I feel like that's kind
true.
of like
So you're not
so
gonna
I
get
just
all
feel
the-
like
you might figure everything out.
modding is so for me to get as many because there's so many different directions to go in and why I want to do so many things. Why I put the speed up to 1.4, 1.5 is because you realize when you've done like everything before, there's so much you can skip now. So I want to get to point A to point B as fast as possible so I can get a specific outcome that I'm looking for. So that's why I want to speed this shit the fuck up, because otherwise I'm cutting out hours that would normally just take me fucking walking, me just fighting, because I've done it. So now I'm trying to affect like, I want to get to, I haven't used, like, say I haven't traveled with a specific companion, and now I want to hurry up and get to this place to where there are people that you meet in the third act. So I'm like fucking trying to hurry up and like, I want to do something different with them.
Right, you get 2 companions, 1 companion in the third act. You get 1 companion in the third act, right? Or 2?
1. I think just 1, actually.
You get 2 in the second act, you get 1 in third act, right?
Yeah. You get, I think that's correct. And so there's things that I want to do. So I'm just trying to like, now, obviously, if you want to play the same thing, you can just have save points and then start from there. Where it's like, okay, I want to experience it different from here, so I'm gonna make sure I save so then I can do 2 different things, so you can cut out a lot of shit and not start all over. But, yeah, man. But look, I completely understand what Chris is saying, though. Even though, like, I understood it. I look things up so then I understand it. But there's this streamlined fucking like traditional turn-based RPG. It will always be my favorite. It is exactly why like a game like Raid Shadow Legends even interested me at all when I started playing it and started reading the stuff and looking into it. And I was like, oh, whoever's actually making this shit understands. And it's like, it's...
What confuses me is even in Raid Shadow Legends, there are stats for things.
So nobody's saying there aren't stats for things.
They're not streamlined. They're just very understandable. They're easily consumable. It's right there in your face where it's just, you have your attack, defense, speed, you have your crit rate, crit damage, you have your resistance, and you have your accuracy. And so it's like everybody understands all those stats. And then there's way more other things. I think it's simply because of the fact that it's D&D as well. So if like it's an RPG, and then if it's D&D and people are like, I don't know how the fuck to play D&D. Opposed to me, I was like, oh, this is all I know all these numbers and values. I know what does what. I know which ability goes where. I know what the class is gonna get. So I just have foreknowledge with it. Because the only encounter in that whole game that I say is like for real hard. There's Shadowheart's final encounter is a hard encounter. That's just it's a lot of motherfuckers using a lot of shit on you. And then obviously Raphael. Those are the only 2 encounters that I'm like, this is for real difficult. I played it on Tactician mode. I didn't play it on the Honor mode. Honor mode is stupid. I played it on Tactician mode, and I got through everything pretty simply. But it's because I know the game. That's the thing. Very hard. Knowing the game, and let's be honest, some people don't want to take the time to
really learn the whole game to play a game. So I actually
understand that, to like where I'm like, damn, do I really want to spend all this time to get into all this? And when I'm not even that, it's just, it feels like such a commitment.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't live by that mentality, but I do understand that.
Yeah, the reason I'm trying to figure out a lot of this stuff now is because next year is pretty dry for me. Like there's really nothing next year that I see of any. I guess Final Fantasy VII Intergrade is coming out. Or not Intergrade, fucking, what is it, Rebirth? The sequel to the second part of, the other part of 7 Remake is coming out, and that's probably the only thing that I can see being on the horizon at all. So I'm using this time to catch up on shit that I missed.
I care about that, and I keep hearing Wolverine might be coming out. I don't know if I believe
Wolverine's
that
not coming out next year. I don't think so.
Yeah, we might be getting a trailer for Dreadwolf.
2025. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Come out this year, and it didn't because of Baldur's Gate coming out. They were like, nah. Maybe not.
Bro, I think we're barely getting a trailer. I don't even think I think it'll probably come out in 26. No, that's not fair.
Yeah, that thing's not
That's not fair. 25. I would say 25, not 26. It's like kind of crazy.
Yo, if Dreadwolf's bad, I'll be so sad.
That sucks for them, though.
If Dreadwolf is bad, it's done. That's it.
Totally.
That's it.
100%.
It's done.
It's over.
It's over, and I'm gonna cry.
But see, what's cool about Baldur's Gate doing so insanely well is that there is a complete blueprint of like, okay, if we don't meet these standards, like, and here's the thing. The story of Dragon Age.
Do you know what company's making that game? Wait, Derek,
hey, look,
I understand what you're saying, right? Derek, I understand the words you're using, but what company is making Dreadwolf right now?
Okay, so here's the thing. So
you just said standards involving EA. That's
now here's
crazy.
Here's the thing.
Crazy.
Here's the thing. They've failed so many times. They're taking so long making this. They have to get this right this time. They've taken too many L's. I feel like this time, because let's remember, even when EA was partnered with BioWare, Mass Effect 2 was a massive success. It's not like it's completely just they're fucked completely. As much as a lot of people did criticize Dragon Age 2, there's a lot of people that look back on it and they said, I still had fun with that game. It just felt...
I love Dragon Age 2, right? I love Dragon Age 2, right?
It's pretty fun. I like the characters. That's really what drives it. The characters are fucking awesome.
What happens is this, right? In Dragon Age 2, that was made by BioWare, right?
No, EA was definitely involved, though.
Yeah, no, under EA. That was made by but the team that made it is gone. That whole team is gone.
You're saying everybody's gone.
They're all like saving lives or like innovating scientifically. They're all gone now.
What about okay? So what about
I don't believe I can be wrong, but I don't believe anyone is still there.
I can't confirm that or whatever. It's just all I know is that Inquisition. Even though here's the weird thing about Inquisition.
I like the game.
People who are fans of Dragon Age, as far as I'm concerned, I've seen them like the game. I've seen other people, for whatever reason, criticize it because it started off as it was going to be like a online service, and then they switched it up. But it's noticeable, but not really. It's noticeable where you see the elements of the game where it's like, oh, this would have been like an online service, but they fixed it enough to where it just turned into a full-blown game. It could have been a massive disaster. There was really only a handful of bugs, which I was shocked because they talked about how much of a disaster it was working with Frostbite. And I enjoyed the game to the point where I played it maybe 2 or 3 times, campaigns, and there was only a handful of things I didn't like as a Dragon Age fan. But overall, I was really okay with the game. Like I enjoyed it. Now that Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it's like, oh shit. But having that blueprint, I actually feel like this is going to make the game better. I really think that, like, say, if Baldur's Gate 3 for whatever reason didn't come out, they probably could have just been like, this is good enough. Now it's like, I don't think they can do it. I think they can't afford to just be like, the characters are there. The characters are already there. Dragon Age has some of my favorite characters in any RPG. I really like them. So they already have going for them.
I think you sound like a Call of Duty fan.
What?
After Titanfall 2 came out. And you were like, they have the potential to make a great Call of Duty game. They have it all right there.
Call of Duty doesn't give a shit about competing with fucking Titanfall, though. They're like
no, because Titanfall came out and had a lot of innovative ideas and really cool ideas for the video game and futuristic combat in a shooting game, right? They had a lot of really cool ideas that Call of Duty could have used. EA could have been like, oh, that can be the standard of the game.
But that's a bad comparison though, because Call of Duty makes so much fucking money that they don't have to. Like they don't.
They have no reason.
It would be the reverse. It would be the reverse situation.
I'm in reference to the idea of the quality of the game, not so much the need to do it. Right.
Well, that's what I mean.
If Titanfall 2, put it this way, if Titanfall 2 was objectively the game of the year that year, and it sold like it was all anybody was talking about, and everybody unanimously agreed this is where first-person shooters should go, and it was like it sold like twice as much as any Call of Duty game had ever sold, then they would be like, yeah, we gotta look into it in the same way that Dragon Age would have to look to Baldur's Gate. That would be a comparable situation, I guess. Although it's not annualized, so it's still not exactly the same.
Dude, but come on, it's make or break. We know it's make or break.
We know it's make or break. I'm aware.
With that being said, it would be now. I know because it's EA. I get it. Don't act. I'm not dismissing that it's EA, but I feel like even EA, they're like, we have to turn a profit with this, so this has to be nailed. Okay. Look, man,
we'll see.
I low-key don't even think EA used to be like a lot worse than it. Like I actually don't think EA is even remotely as bad as. I don't know. EA's pretty good these days in comparison to most. Like Ubisoft is on fire. Ubisoft hasn't made anything of note in fucking ages. Activision is constantly on fire.
Activision is Activision.
Activision's a mess. EA's actually, I don't know, man. Like, they put out. Like,
they're
Dead
not
Space
the
remake,
worst one anymore. They're not the worst.
I think they're probably of
They probably
of
learned their
those.
lesson,
They're probably
you think?
they're kind of the better one. They're kind of the better ones, really. Like, I don't know.
I
If
mean, they
a
put out Dead Space again, so that's like cool.
Dead
You put
Space
out a
remake
game you
is
already
fuck-
made
Dead
that was
Space
great and
remake-
made it great again.
Well, Dead Space remake is fucking superb. They did It Takes Two, which was like super weird of them to do. Like, and It Takes Two was fucking incredible. Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order were great. Wild Hearts was actually pretty good too. Although like that's like a kind of a double A game that was like a little bit more like casual Monster Hunter type stuff. And they have their sports stuff, which is I don't really give a shit about that at all.
The
But
cash cow.
when
That yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
No,
that's
you're
the
right.
entire
Games
thing.
haven't changed in the last 10 years,
But
bro.
I'm saying like
you
when
just need to
you
Motherfuckers in
compare
Europe
it.
be buying like wildfire, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, but when you compare it to like I don't know, like Activision, who's like like Overwatch is fucked. Call of Duty is fucked right now, even though it's like the biggest gaming property in the world still. Everything that Blizzard is working
Overwatch
on
in
is
that bad of a
completely on
spot?
fire.
I mean, the company sucks, but no, they dropped the whole story mode thing. I guess that's a problem.
Yeah,
Chris,
so,
you're
I don't know, man.
actually completely right about that. Where the stink of all of the shit that was happening before, we kind of forget that they've been consistently okay. That they haven't done anything to warrant worst company of the year like they were consistently getting.
Anthem.
which is-
No. Look, Anthem was bad. Anthem was
Right.
fucking terrible, right? But
And I think that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, but even the leaks that came out of that was like that wasn't even EA doing that. EA wasn't coming to them being like, "Yo, you got to make a live service game." Like BioWare for some reason got it in their heads that they wanted to do that. And then EA was like, "Well, I mean, if you want to do this, go ahead and do it." And then they completely fucked it up.
How did I not know that?
Even
That's
the worst
insane.
thing yeah, there was that big expose on Anthem how like they didn't even know what game they were making. Like the entire team.
I remember
about
that.
that.
I remember that, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that they made the choice. I always thought it was
They
EA.
did
I
that.
didn't know that.
No, I think they
That
wanted
really
them to-
kind of
that is my
confuses
That
me.
is my biggest fear, though. That's where the fear
Yeah.
comes from.
Oh,
The
Jesus
team
Christ.
that made those games is just not present. That's what
Yeah.
confuses me.
You're
That's what
right.
confuses- They're just not there. Like the people that made
You're right.
the people that made the lore about Dreadwolf, the people that know the story of the game, the people that created that world,
yeah.
they're gone. They've been gone for like 10 plus years. They've been not around. That's why even Inquisition's so different. Because Inquisition picks up not even directly after 1. You don't even see your Grey Warden, not after 2, so you don't even see your Grey Warden. Motherfuckers off doing, you get a letter from the nigga. I'm like, what are you talking?
Well,
what? I want my character. I want my character.
So that was very disappointing. But look, I would have loved if they would have just even DLC'd that shit.
Just show me
but, like,
the character, bro.
They at
Just
least they
show
brought
me.
in Hawk. They brought in Hawk, which was directly from, and you actually did shit with him. So it was like, even though I didn't give a fuck, I don't give a flying fuck about Hawk at all. Even though like I enjoyed number 2, I didn't give a fuck about the protagonist. I cared about everybody else that was around. The fucking slut elf that you get to bang, that poor wood elf.
And then you could choose to kill her or not, and have the little demon baby.
No, I banged the shit out of her. That was cool. Fucking.
Of course, for the culture.
Yeah, but yeah, like
I don't know, man.
Though I guess people felt. Well, go ahead.
No. I was just saying, like, I let's say it is slated for 2025, right? To give them time. That's gonna be a rough year too. That's gonna be a really rough year for them.
Yeah,
because
right.
like, are we
2025.
pretending like we don't know what the game of the year for 2025 is gonna be?
Yeah.
Are we pretending?
Ooh.
Like,
They
Are
should
we pretending
strategically
like it's-
not release that game that year. They should not
well, they
release that game
can't.
that
They
year.
they,
That
they
is
can't
true.
hold on to it forever. Like, they can't hold on to it forever.
What game
like,
is
they
it
gotta
2025? I'm
They
confused.
got to either do it next year or they got to do
GTA 6 is
2026.
obviously GTA 6 is
Oh yeah,
obviously,
never mind. Yeah, no matter what, I'm not a
like,
GTA person crazy like that, but like, yeah, this is gonna be GTA 6.
So
no
how
matter
sick
what,
would it be if
Yeah.
they did it Mortal Kombat style, where say Mortal Kombat So how does fucking Mortal Kombat able to keep secrets but fucking Rockstar can't? What's going on with that? Because Mortal Kombat fucking literally was like, hey, we have a new game. It's coming out in a few months. And then it just came out, and it was like...
Yeah, we didn't know. We were waiting for a long time. The Mortal Kombat community, people just didn't know. We were like, oh, is making a new one?
There was none of my... I follow a bunch of Mortal Kombat pages, and nobody was like, hey, yo, this came out. But anyway, so it would be awesome. What if they're trying to fuck with us in that way? Because they said for... there was like Dragon Age Day, whatever the fuck Dragon Age Day was. It just passed like a few weeks ago. And they said we're going to see some shit next year. So what if they do the same thing? That would be awesome if they were like, hey, we're actually fucking like done with this shit. We're just polishing it up and it's going to drop in like November. I don't trust it, but at the same time, they got it. They can't fucking drop in 2025. That's going to be a fucking... That's not a good idea.
They're in a rough spot. They have to basically... They have to go 2024 basically. Like that's the only, because right now the competition is like, I mean, I guess they don't have to, because like who cares about what wins game of the year really, ultimately, as long as they make money, it doesn't really matter. They could go in 2025 if they want. It's just, you know, that game's GTA 5 is going to be or GTA 6. I keep wanting to say GTA 5 because it's insane to me that we're already at 6, but like
I've done that
GTA 6
too.
is going to be such a juggernaut, and it's going to be so transformative to like the landscape that like I don't know how anything is going to come out of that. I don't know how any game is really going to stick around in the conversation after that, like during that year, unless it's like Elden Ring 2 or something, or something substantial like that. Like I don't know, and even that, like I think would have a hard time.
There's the only thing that I feel like would be more celebrated, not more. That's the wrong words. Maybe on a similar playing field is if they announced Bloodborne for PC, because that would be the one thing that niggas like. It's trending like every fucking month. Like people are just like, hey, how about just do it already? Like fuck, I'm actually in that camp. I really want Bloodborne on fucking
the
PC.
The fact that like I feel like that'd make people happy, but it wouldn't do what GTA 6 is gonna do to the gaming world. It's
no. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about excitement. I'm not talking about fucking like some type of like, this is
because like GTA 6, like, you know, it's crazy. I think it would have beat Elden Ring this year if it would have came out. I think it would have beat Elden Ring that year. I think it would have beat Baldur's Gate. GTA is so well loved because any mouth breather can pick that game up and have fun. Like that is just like, it's a game anyone can really play, as long as you're like an adult, I guess. You can play. Like girls love just driving cars and hitting people. Guys is like shooting stuff. I like just driving down long strips of area as fast as I can from cops. Like even like I'm not even a GTA person. Like I really think GTA games are kind of hollow to a degree. Granted, I've only beat like 3 of them. I've only beat like Vice City 4 and San Andreas. Well, no, I beat 5 of them then. I guess I beat Vice City, San Andreas 4 and 5. Yeah, and even in the moments, I feel like it's kind of silly. So the moments of silliness, I kind of like subtract me from it. But like everyone likes those games. Like just everyone likes those games. The news, like game news, fucking they lick their lips at the idea of anything Grand Theft Auto coming out. You know, like so it's just.
There's something for everyone.
I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4 yesterday because I'm trying to finish it. I'm trying to make my way through all the Grand Theft Auto games because I actually never beat most of them. I played a lot of them extensively, but I never actually like played through the story of most of them. So I'm playing through GTA 4, and I remember I did something that I never did before when I was a kid because I didn't have the patience for it. And I hailed a cab and I sat in there, and I just let the cab take me to where I was going to go. And I didn't skip at all. And it was so fun listening to this because it was like the cab driver had like on some conservative radio talk show or whatever, and they were just going fucking ballistic. And then you'd see like these dynamic things happening, like people being robbed on the street, and you would see it just kind of happen as you were passing by. And it's like, this is GTA 4 too. It's like 2008 or something. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And just to imagine like where they would be at now after Red Dead Redemption. Really, what captures me about it is like, dude, the idea of Red Dead Redemption 2 levels of like thought and polish going into something like a modern Grand Theft Auto game is so fucking enticing to me. I can't even.
I don't think it fits, but the idea of it fitting in there would be like, this is insane.
It's exciting.
It's insane. Like the idea
cool.
of having a character like Arthur Morgan that you're playing as a woman in GTA 6, that'd be crazy. I mean, this is insane.
Cool. It's cool.
And you're gonna hate it no matter what because she's a girl, but like it's insane.
It's gonna be crazy.
That part of the internet. That part of the internet, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, there's way more of them than it's way louder than not way more of them. It's way louder than I thought.
It's very loud. I mean,
I was just like,
bruh. Remember the Starfield pronoun. Like that is the fact. Like the fact that
blew my mind.
So of course,
people were like,
those
look
people.
at the way she's shaped. Tim Pool. Oh my! Did you see it? Did you see the Tim Pool thing?
Yes. What happened? I totally forgot. I know what you're talking about, but
it's
already
a woman can't run up behind a guy and knock him out. It's like, yo, you've never been punched, Tim.
He's never been outside. I don't
in the
think
face
you can't possibly believe that. So I saw that. And
like Tim. I can get a 13-year-old boy to knock you unconscious.
So look.
I can get a 13-year-old to do it to you.
Listen. I saw that, and I was immediately overtaken with this intense apathy because you cannot, like, I know Tim enough. I don't know. I guess I don't know modern Tim, but I knew him at one point enough to know that he's not an idiot. So he can't possibly believe that. Like, there's no way that you as a thinking human being believe that there's no way a woman could knock you out. Like, it's just not.
I think people think shit like that just have never really been in, like, never had like physical interaction.
On average, sure, but Tim's. But I agree with what Chris is saying when it comes to Tim.
Yeah, Tim knows better. Like, Tim knows that that's not true. Like, he can't possibly believe that that's not true because that would be literally
retarded audience that believes it.
Right. His audience believes that. Like, dude, I don't need to tell you that Ronda Rousey would kill Tim Pool. That doesn't need to be said. That doesn't need to be said. Half of Ronda Rousey could kill Tim Pool. Like, this is not a matter of like. It's just, you cannot believe that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, he doesn't believe that. This is literally just the performative bullshit that we've seen for years now, exemplified by the fact that now Twitter rewards that kind of behavior even more so than it did before.
Exactly.
With not only attention,
but
with money. So
it's getting wilder because of that shit.
For sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I saw that and I was like, this is just too, I couldn't even be upset at it because it was just so clearly just not.
Just wildly
No, you're
stupid.
right. That's why, like,
just insanely dumb.
When I first realized that about him specifically when I saw that compilation around the 2020 election where he kept saying Trump is going to win by 49 or 50 states. He's going to win by a landslide. And when he said that so many times, there's like compilations of it. That's when I was like, oh, I see what he's doing. Like, his audience, because the only way you can get away with saying stuff like that is when your audience is so fucking stupid that you can get away with saying stuff like that. Because if I told that to my audience, they would laugh. I'd be laughed out of existence because we know that there are states that are always going to be red and blue. There is never going to be a president that's going to capture all fucking states in the election. That's just not going to happen. That is not how it fucking works. It's not even, I would say this. I wouldn't even say it's improbable. I would say it's impossible because that is how our country works. So to say that this red state,
highly improbable.
No, I wouldn't even say improbable.
Something has to happen.
The thing is, the last time anything,
imagine California and New York
like
turning
that
red.
Happened. Yeah,
can you imagine California and New York turning? It is not something. It can't happen. It would have to be so far in the fucking future that this landscape doesn't even matter anymore.
I think aliens can make that happen.
Look, we're still talking about wild scenarios, but we're just talking about in reality. My point being that, like, when he speaks like this, you're like, with him saying women can't do that. When fucking that movie Atomic Blonde came out, the same people were saying the same fucking thing. Oh, she couldn't do that, and I'm like, yeah, because you niggas were saying that shit when fucking Kill Bill came out, right? Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're just talking shit to get money. Like people that are like insane, acting like, bro. Oh, that's true. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why are you? Hearing people say shit
damn. Dude, have you ever first of all, I think first and foremost, people don't understand how easy it is to knock someone unconscious, especially if they're not paying attention. It is not a feat to do that.
It doesn't take many pounds of pressure. It doesn't take many
literally
pounds
like
of pressure at all.
people move their arms back and hit people and knock them out. Like that happens. Like quickly trying to do something, you hit someone, you knock them unconscious. You're like, I didn't mean to do that at all. That's just what happens.
He greatly
we call it getting hit in the button.
Yeah,
literally, right?
Shut you off.
It didn't register.
Yeah, so it sucks though. It does suck that there's enough people that believe this type of stuff to where he can say this. That's because to me, it's like the charlatans and the grifters are always going to exist, and you just wish that the people weren't like, you know, you were special enough to fall for it. You just wish that it wasn't like that, but it is. You know, like what are you gonna do? You wish you like everyone would just laugh in unison and be like this, you know, like say there's the story, and I think it's I don't know if it's true or not, but people say that the first person in America that introduced insurance got hanged. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that many a times.
That's crazy.
But you just because the idea of it sounds so fucking absurd, you would hope that people would do something like that. When somebody says like, "Oh, women can't knock out men" or some type of shit like that, we're like, that is stupid. Like kids have knocked out adults on accident. It's a stupid thing to say. Like you know, when you're special, you can believe anything. You know, just when like special. Oh no, I'll fucking
you start talking like
when you're special.
Barney.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I love you, dude. Barney's the goat.
Let's move on to some. Let's move on to some questions. Yeah. Poor Barney, man. Yeah, wait, which Barney are you talking about?
I love you.
You love me. I can't do his voice.
Hey, Homer.
No, we can't. I cannot.
Your turn to belch on Marge's clit.
My god, enough of this.
Oh,
we can't keep. Somebody brought that up on Sacred recently.
Did they?
What?
Yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, what is?" Somebody wrote in privy to this fucking conversation. I had to explain. This to Colin and Dustin, and they were fucking bewildered. Oh man, just can't.
I love the crossover, man. That's
I'm surprised
awesome.
because the shit that I made, the shit that we do, Micah is so. She's just with the shits immediately. Like, whenever I do offensive beam thread, she posts shit in there, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy that someone has a video. She posted a picture of Peach putting her dress over her hard dick and coming through her dress.
Of course.
Coming through it. Like, the dress couldn't
do
stop,
that?
and it was still spraying up.
Is that real?
Swear to God.
Micah did that? No.
I swear.
That can't.
I showed Lily, and Lily started laughing till she cried. And I was like, where did she find this? Where do you find that picture?
Really?
I mean, that's
she
right
posted that on
alley,
Twitter?
Man. That's how you do.
She posted it in one of my mentions, to one of my to one of my offensive meme threads.
Oh my god, I see it. Jesus Christ. I can't believe
you gotta
that
put that
so
put that link in the thing to Derek see.
No,
let me see this.
All right, here you go. I put it in the chat.
Check it out for secondary purposes.
I get it.
I can't believe she actually posted that.
I have a thread.
For research purposes.
Oh my god. Jesus. I was expecting it to be more ludicrous, like the way that she's drawn. Is like this was somebody who like really liked this. They were like, this is hot. I think this is
a good picture.
When that McDonald's Sprite be busting. So stupid.
The idea of like she has nothing to use and she's about to come. She's like, I just use my dress, and like, just straight through.
That is some power,
man.
Dude. That's destroying it. That's destroying a uterus. That's destroying a uterus, bro.
All right. Listen, let's get to some questions. All right,
let's do
that
it.
Person's pregnant or dead.
The latter.
Oh man. All right. One too many near-death experiences. One too many near-death experiences. Roddy says, "Howdy, y'all. Are you guys as tired of seeing video game leaks ruining the launch of trailers in-game skin events as I am? Seeing GTA get their thunder stolen, and the same with Fortnite getting that leaked Peter Griffin and Solid Snake being in the game is so annoying. You can't seem to have cool surprises anymore. It's lame. Hopefully I'm not bringing the mood down, but I need to bitch about this. Thanks." I don't know.
I agree.
It's like I sort of agree. I think it's more depressing. I feel more bad about it from the perspective of the teams. You know, I don't necessarily care that I get shit ruined for me in that sense because it's not like a real spoiler or anything. It's not like, you know, it's, I don't know, leaks are kind of exciting in some way, but it does suck to have like the trailer for the trailer for Grand Theft Auto, for the next Grand Theft Auto to leak is definitely like kind of a bummer in some way because it would have been cool to have that just fall out of nowhere. But at the same time, these companies kind of tease this stuff anyway. You know, like we knew that trailer was coming before it got leaked, so I don't know what surprise we're really missing in that sense. If it ruins a shadow drop of something, that's more annoying. But for Rockstar to be like, hey, early December is when the first trailer is going live, and then everybody knows it's going live, and then it leaks the day before, that doesn't register to me as the same.
Well, it feels like, you know what it's like. You're probably imagine you're normally, you know, when you're piping a girl good, you have an average of like time that you're, you know, then just one day you just fucking you cut it real. It's just you just bust way too fast, and it's just kind of underwhelming. Where it's like, I was expecting the anticipation of this and all this. It just feels like, you know, it's gonna come out probably on this specific date, and you kind of like have it. It's like literally UFC 296 is tomorrow. I'm fucking like. The anticipation is at an all-time high. And if that shit just started, like, right now, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd just be like, it's kind of like, it feels like it's completely cut off in it. I had this timeline in my head. But to your point, I 100% feel bad for the devs, because you want them to get that satisfaction of being able to release it exactly when they want and everything. So it feels bad all around to me. Or, like, I would have felt great. Yeah. Contributing to, I did watch the Rockstar's trailer of it. I didn't see the leak on Twitter or X or whatever. So I still did it, but you know, it just feels like, God, what a fucking scumbag. Like, why you got to do that to them, man? Like, they're gonna, this is a fucking net positive of fucking a new game that we're all waiting for. Like, why can't we just celebrate? Why you got to be a dick? Why you got to do that?
It is annoying. It is annoying. That just happened with what is it? Insomniac, actually. Like, there were some screenshots of Wolverine that leaked, and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I know what you're saying, and I agree. It's just, I guess for me, I miss the days when leaks were a little bit more like, is that real? Because when it's 1 hour of GTA, like I remember like last year, an hour of GTA 6 footage leaked, and it wasn't really, it was like really, really early, like in-game stuff, and it didn't really give away a whole lot, but it was no question. It's like, oh, that's absolutely Grand Theft Auto 6, like without a fucking shadow of a doubt. Like, it's very clearly what this is. I remember in like 2010 or 2009, Halo Reach had some leaks, and but it was like some like really blurry screenshots of like certain guns, and back then it was like, oh, is that real or is it? And nobody really knew, and that was actually a lot of fun because then people would be like, oh, well, here's all the reasons why it wouldn't be, and there was all this theorizing, but when all that theorizing is kind of gone, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, that was GTA 6. And here's an hour of footage that you can watch. And also here's the trailer that's obviously real. That's lame. You know, I do miss like the benign leaks from like a long ass time ago where it was like, there was actually some conversation to be had about. And sometimes those leaks would be fucking completely fake, by the way. Like, I'm sure like just completely like, oh, that actually wasn't real at all. And that was kind of fun.
True.
But
it used to be, yeah. I think we've developed this really bad level of entitlement.
Yeah.
Like, as a culture where we're like, yeah, we should see it early because they're taking too long. It's like, well, dude, anticipation is a good thing sometimes. You know, patience is a virtue.
Dude, I saw people angry. They were like, oh man, I gotta wait till 2025. I gotta wait till 2025 for this. It's like, bro, I was surprised it was coming that early. I thought Grand Theft Auto,
I
think there's people.
I thought like 2028 or something. I swear to God.
Yeah, me too. Like I was like 20. Yeah. I was like 2026, 27 earliest because the way that I was thinking about it was like, dude, we haven't seen this at all, and it's coming out in a year and a half. That's kind of crazy. Yes. Like that's like a short. That's a short. When you think about
especially
how long
from seeing that alpha footage or whatever it was before. I'm like,
Right,
oh, they're
and you
fucking.
have to
they
also-
need a long time to work on this shit.
And you also just think about like how early things are announced now. Like, bro, like Elder Scrolls 6 was announced 3 years ago, and that's nowhere near out. Fable was announced
that's
3 years
crazy.
ago. Fucking, how long
That
did
shit's
Kingdom Hearts
bullshit.
3
I fucking
fucking
can't
take to
stand
come
that
out
shit.
after it was announced?
Blade?
Blade? Yeah, Blade is like 2026, 2027 earliest. Like, there's no way that
I
it's
can't
coming
stand
out sooner
this
than
shit,
that.
dude. That's why I
What do you
loved
mean? You gotta
Mortal
wait for Blade?
Kombat did it, man. Mortal Kombat was just like, hey, yo, we got a new game. And that shit
You know
dropped.
what's You know what's really crazy? You know what's
I gotta
really
say
crazy?
though,
It's insane,
real quick though, that a Blade game from the fucking Dishonored team sounds sick as hell.
Oh yeah, it's
But-
perfect. It's perfect.
Hopefully they
But
can do it.
What's crazy is that like Mortal Kombat's very popular in America, but like not anywhere else. Like Americans really love Mortal Kombat, and then like everywhere else like Street Fighter, King of Fighter, no, it's Street Fighter and Tekken everywhere else. But it's like
Because it's just
here, we're like-
it's extremely westernized. When it comes to fighting
This is what's
games,
crazy,
it's like
this is
fucking.
like-
if it's not
because
Japanese
you
based,
look at even the way the characters talk, like Liu Kang, the fact that Liu Kang has like, oh yeah, I am Liu Kang from Shaolin Monk, and it's like this is like very much so an American's idea of what fighting people are, because it's crazy because they've won they've gotten awards for like best multiplayer fighting game, and I'm like, this is not the best one. But I guess it's over here. I guess the voting's happening in America.
Well, people
because
like
nowhere else plays Mortal Kombat.
people like
At
and,
all,
and the reason this conversation
all.
started in the first place, surrounded by, or I mean, in the context of Mortal Kombat, was like it's crazy how Mortal Kombat doesn't have any leaks at all, and
Yeah,
GTA,
It
but
kinda
like the
makes
reality,
sense.
but it makes sense when you consider like dude, Rockstar. The last time I checked, I could be wrong, but like. Rockstar employs 4,000 people. That is
that's a lot of
Fucking crazy. For context,
Is that
I
low?
think that is high as fuck.
Did you say
Dude,
is that
when
low?
that's high.
That's extremely high.
Oh, I guess that's high. I guess that's.
Dude, Bungie.
I don't know the range of like how many people be working at like a game company.
Yeah,
I just don't
well,
know. I just don't know.
Over
I have no
1,000
clue
is
what the numbers are.
over 1,000 is.
I was
crazy.
gonna say 1,000
Okay.
is kind of high.
1,000 is kind of high, and that's for like big. Like 1,000 is like Bungie is like at 1,000, 1,100, something like that. Okay, that's where Bungie is, and that's because they have a live service game to like maintain. You know what I mean? Put this in perspective. Ubisoft as a publishing arm, with everything that they own, that's 20,000 people for everything. And Rockstar is like I think 4,000 by themselves, which is fucking crazy. If every studio was like that, that would mean Ubisoft would have about 4 studios, which they do not. They have several.
That's
It's
crazy.
insane.
I didn't know.
It's
I
insane.
didn't know the numbers.
Yeah, all of Blizzard is about 5,000. Activision with Call of Duty and everything that goes into that. Oh wait, so Activision Blizzard is 20,000 or 17,000, something like that. And that's everything that Activision. That's every studio that they own. It's insane. I think 343 is like maybe like 200.
That
So, like,
explains something.
Yeah. But
That explains something.
Yeah, I would have bumped that up to like
Yeah.
400. I would have bumped that up to like 400.
yeah. Yeah, probably.
You can bump it up
Probably.
to 2,000 with them. Bro.
I mean,
It's
yo,
too
to be-
late.
to be-
that's a
to be-
fire. That's a fire. It can't
Yo,
be fixed.
2,000
Yo,
would
to
be
be fair to them-
crazy, dude.
To be fair to 343, man, they're really they're doing a fucking really good job actually over there. Now that they probably got a lot of the now that there are only 5 people and there's only 5 people there, and they're the people who care a lot, I guess. So like now they're actually doing some good shit. but-
Not that there's one person who actually played Halo. He's like, all right, with him not sleeping.
Dude, I gotta
weeks
say,
at a time.
I gotta
He's
I
like,
gotta hand
all
them.
right, now put the flood in. Oh,
I gotta hand them
now
the flowers.
let the
I gotta hand them the
floods
flowers. They're doing a good job turning that fucking ship around. Props to them. They're doing better
I
than
guess.
Bungie is right now, which is, man.
Dog, I don't know what. I
mean,
would
what's the
not
problem?
be. I would not be surprised if they canceled Final Shape. They'd be like, we can't make it right now.
What's the problem? What's going on with them right now?
Well, Bungie
So
was
Bungie-
supposed-
Bungie
Final Shape,
missed
the
revenue-
DLC is supposed to be coming out.
Well,
in February.
hold on. Let me just paint some backstory. Bungie missed. So they got bought by Sony for $3.5 billion, like a couple of years ago. I think 2 years ago they were bought by Sony, And they were bought specifically because of their live service expertise, because Sony was thinking of going into this live service area where they were just like, oh, well, we need some expertise on this. We're not really good at this. We're not really familiar with this. Hilariously enough, even just like I think yesterday, the Last of Us multiplayer game was officially canceled. So that's gone. That's like their biggest attempt at anything like that. So it's completely gone. So they paid $3 billion for this team, and they missed their internal revenue projections by like 50%, which is catastrophically bad. That is insane.
That's like an understatement.
That's a really fucking bad. That's really bad. And so
like
basically, and so they had to lay off 10% of their studio. And basically what happens now with them is they're basically in a situation where like if they miss revenue projections again when this DLC comes out, they basically open themselves to being taken over by Sony's board of directors. So basically, all of the Bungie board will be gone, and then they will be replaced by Sony people, which is hilarious because they only bought this studio specifically for their expertise in live service, which they will then no longer have if they throw their own guys into the board of directors for that studio. It would be like if you. That sounds funny. It would be like if you bought. This is a really abstract concept, but bear with me. It would be like if you were putting together like a military, right? And you got the best general that was available. And then you lobotomized him and then just made his brain a copy of your brain. So it's like you got the body of this general, but you have your brain. So it's like, what a fucking waste. This is not this general anymore. So they're in a really weird fucking, I don't know, man. They're in a weird fucking situation. But we'll see how that goes.
They're gonna bug Cory Barlog. They're like, hey man, I know you're not doing anything right now. Like you just fucking
hey, I know you're free.
Take over fucking Bungie, and then he's just like, what if we put Kratos
I don't know how to do this
in the next fucking?
Hey, what if we put Zeus? What if we put War God Zeus of Child in here?
Zeus of Child.
Oh my god! Wait. Oh guys, we're at an hour mark. We gotta hurry up with the questions. I gotta skedaddle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You're right.
Holy shit! I forgot we were at an hour.
We've only done like 1 or 2 questions, right? Yeah, let's go.
At the fact that Bungie shat itself.
All right, I promise it gets bigger. Road, and he says hello to the melanated minorities and Chris. A genie approaches each of you with one wish. Now you are all smart lads. You have heard the legends before. You understand that any possible wish you make will lead to unforeseen negative consequences. Knowing this, you all decide to make one dastardly wish in the hopes that the overall outcome will be positive. What is the ill-willed wish you would ask for, and how would
same as last time for me
side effects cause a positive outcome? Could be world-changing or just a minor improvement to your life.
Same. Mine is the same.
What?
I wish everyone that dies goes to hell no matter what.
That is crazy.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You're confident that is crazy is such a severe understatement of what I just did to reality, dude. I doomed humans, period. You're like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You fucked everything up.
I broke everything.
Like,
and I'll leave happily. I buy.
It's so evil. It's so astronomically fucked up. It's like,
and I said everybody. That means aliens are going to hell. Aliens dying in galaxies over are going to hell. They're like, yo, what is this, dude?
You know what I would do? I would kill off humanity slowly by giving everyone has penises. just vaginas, uteruses.
That's so insane.
Well, you replace all of them.
Yeah. So basically, everyone just
they would just have them. Some people just have both.
No. They're gone. So now everybody has penises. So basically, all that's gonna happen is people are just gonna butt fuck each other until they die.
I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you that would ruin. I don't know if I would have much of a reason to continue. Honestly,
Damn, dude.
like if I knew that
You
that
gotta,
was
you gotta seek improvement on your own at that moment. You gotta be like, well, you know how much a fleshlight would raise in value. There'd be wars over fleshlights.
there would be fleshlight.
There would be full-fledged wars and genocides over fleshlights.
Yeah, dude, that should be crazy because now, like, okay, so how do you approach Lily now? Like what?
I'm breaking.
now,
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
You just
But why?
I'm leaving.
But why would you do that if you can't
I
find
don't want a
anything
roommate.
else?
I don't want a room. I don't
you're
want
not
a
gonna
roommate
find-
anymore.
but-
I don't need to have that anymore.
yeah.
But there's no.
Then now
you
you're just
can't
alone.
find what you're looking for. It's all gone. Like, so why wouldn't
Yeah, I
you just
know.
stay
I'll be
there?
by myself. I'll go on my own solo adventure. I'll get
Damn,
a little
so-
dog and a horse.
So pussy is king. Like that is the key to a
Dude,
loving.
without pussy,
Mhm.
men would have gotten so much farther as a group.
We
be able to
we would
change
have
the world.
colonized Mars. Mars would be
We might
colonized.
be able to
that's for
change.
sure.
The world might change in a beautiful way, but we won't be around to see it because the pussy wars will be going on first.
Pussy wars.
The pussy wars will be going on first, and then after that, after the pussy wars settle down, they're like,
Dude.
wait.
You know the
We can
doctors.
still masturbate. Like, oh, we can still masturbate.
The doctors that do the what are they called? The bottom surgery that turn dicks into pussies. They're making a killing.
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna be
dude.
the richest people on earth. They're gonna be
You kill somebody,
crazy
you drag
wealthy.
him to the fucking ditch, unstrap him.
So I
It's
don't.
like,
so
no,
those are all,
no, please
those
don't
are
unstrap
all-
me. Unstrap him.
So those are all really terrifying wishes. I don't like any of that. I don't like that.
Why not, Chris?
It scares me. I think
Yeah.
if I had a wish, so if I had one wish, right, then there would be some unforeseen negative. I don't know, man. Like I feel like I would. Here's how I would. This isn't exactly how I would word it, but I would draw up a contract so I would know exactly what I'm wishing for and all the specificities of it. But I would ask for, I want $1 from everyone in this country, and it's untraceable. That's it. That's all I would want. Because then I'm a millionaire. I've got no issues. I'm not hurting anybody really. You know?
Yeah,
That's
but
not
something
bad,
negative has to
you
come
know?
with it, right? Is that the question? How I understand it?
Well, that's the genie. That's the genie's. That's up to the genie. Well, how would you
Okay,
guys
it's up to the
turn that
genie. So
against me?
it's like
how
the
would you, let's say
monkey
you.
paw. So
let's say you guys are the
essentially-
genie.
Right. So what's going to happen is
Okay.
you say it's untraceable.
Yeah.
You say it's untraceable.
How would you
But-
receive it?
I'm still like, what's going to
Yeah, it would
happen?
be.
Is,
Yeah. He would hide it somewhere. It's like it's yours.
yeah, like it will exist, but it's fucking 6 miles underground right before it hits the magma or some shit. It's
That's
just
so
there.
fucking-
Like, all right, well, good
yeah.
luck. Good luck.
God damn, that's
How could you make mine worse? How could you make mine much worse? Mine is already extremely bad.
Yeah, yours is just. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like you've wished for something bad on purpose.
Bad on purpose. Me too.
You just
Like,
had
I'm
no.
just-
So
well, see,
like,
mine's
I
not
guess-
objectively
So something
bad,
good
though.
come out of it?
Mine's not objectively
No.
bad though, because there's a lot of people that would love my scenario.
No,
All
Derek, your scenario is ultimately
the
bad for
person that
humanity.
fucking drew that Princess Peach would be ecstatic. They'd be like,
He'd be
"Yo,
like, yeah.
yeah, totally." Like this fucking rules. I can't believe this.
I can't wait to see my ex-girlfriend, who's now technically a boy, but whatever, technically male, whatever,
But see,
come
here's
through
the-
her own dress so hard.
And here's the thing, though. But this person fantasized about this shit, but then now dude's getting piped by a cannon, by a Pringles can, and he's like, I thought it was gonna be awesome, and it's just agony.
It's just It's just this fucking his ex got the hog on him, man.
Yeah,
It looks like this.
yeah. It's
like,
it's
he's
just,
taking this regularly, dude.
Bro,
And
that's-
this is the head, bro. This is the
if anyone listening, he just
Getting
pulled out a Kirkland water bottle. So yeah, it's a
getting blighted by this person. Legs to the point that Legs just loose. He's standing. He's upright because he's laying on the bed. That's the only reason why he's not standing on his own volition anymore.
So yeah,
Damn,
it's an
bro.
interesting scenario for me. I think you know. I think that Genie would probably. The Genie would just be like, "You're fucking like, what's wrong with you? Just leave." He's like, why are you even? I'm gonna go find somebody else.
Genie's like, "Are you sure?" Mine's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, everyone, all of them go there. All of them now."
Yeah, all of them. The Genie's
Are you sure you don't want like $1 billion? No.
All right.
like,
Let's move on.
torture
Cyrus,
everybody.
He's like, "No joke, no, just seriously, I'll give you $1 million." I'm like, "No,
Nah, fuck
everybody
move on.
burn."
let's move on.
Let's go.
Cyrus Fisher wrote in. He says, "What up, you derelict heathens? Aside from socks, what is the most dog shit Christmas gift you remember getting when you were a kid? At 11 years old, some out-of-state relatives thought a literal child would like a $20 gift card to some restaurant I'm convinced wasn't real."
Same.
I've definitely gotten Chili's gift cards that I remember being
Same.
I got
really
an
excited.
Apple
But I remember,
gift card, bruh.
but
I got an Applebee's
dude,
gift
yo,
card this lot like Christmas ago, and I
Who
was
the
like,
fuck
"Come
goes
on,
there?
dude, they got
Who
fucking
at
bottomless.
Applebee's?
They got Long Island Tuesdays. They got bottomless Long Island iced teas on Tuesdays.
Bro, on my
Wow.
birthday, I on my birthday I just wanted to grab a steak real fast, and my dumbass was like, "I'm curious to taste Applebee's steaks." I just wanted.
Oh,
It was the most dog shit steak, dude. I think I'd rather would have had like a Salisbury fucking TV dinner. I was like, "What
Bro,
the
no,
fuck
yeah,
is
you
this?"
gotta. You're in
Crazy.
Applebee's. Applebee's is for chicken tenders only. Like that's like the
Yeah.
only thing you can get there that is safe. That won't make you sad. That's like kind of like it's got some kind of. It's like, oh, this is nice breading at least. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember. This is not a joke. I remember for Christmas or my birthday, one of them. I can't remember. We had a neighbor, or I don't even know if he lived in our building. Honestly, I don't think he was a neighbor. He was a Kramer like figure in my life growing up.
I'm crying right now.
was
The
like,
idea of Applebee's. The idea of an Applebee's steak is so fucking gross.
Bro, it's
It is
I thought
disgusting.
they microwaved it. I literally think they just microwaved it because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was so bad. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how
But-
bad it was. But yeah,
this,
go ahead. Sorry.
but this guy, his name was Spunky. I think I brought him up on the show before. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Spunky.
Spunky. He would show up to my parents' apartment when I was a child. He would go into the fridge. He would eat stuff. He would tell my parents a bunch of stuff that I didn't have the attention span to pay attention to. And then he would leave for months at a time. And then we wouldn't see him. And then he would show up again with a completely different haircut and do the same thing again. He had like a million different jobs. I don't know what this guy's story was really. But he gave me, I remember for my birthday, he just so happened to be there for my birthday. And I think that's what this was. I don't think he came to give me a birthday gift. I think he just sort of showed up on my birthday and realized that what my parents were doing. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, here you go, man." And he gave me fucking cough drops, like a lot of them, like a handful of cough drops. He's like, "Happy birthday, kid." And I was like,
Was it at least
Thanks,
the Cherry
man.
Halls?
That's crazy.
no, it was like it was like it wasn't Cherry Halls. I don't remember. It was not Halls. I know that. I know it was not a
not even
branded.
the good shit.
Yeah, it wasn't even like something that I was like, okay, cool.
He got like
And it was like,
Equate or something or some bullshit. Kirkland.
dude,
or
it's
some
crazy
shit.
too because that was like a really good birthday. So like it just the disparity was crazy. Like I think I got like a Game Boy Advance SP and like
Nice.
a really cool like a cool costume or something or some like really cool action figures, some like tall like I had like Dragon Ball Z figures that were like this big, like really fucking tall, and then cough
That's
drops
sick.
from this
And
fucking
cough
guy.
drops. That's so funny that he literally just reached in his pocket and gave you whatever
Yeah.
he had.
Yeah,
Because I've had
It
cough
could've
drops
been-
in my pocket before. Like when I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
feeling the
Too
little
hard.
sniffles
I'm
and
trying
shit.
not to cry. I'm trying not to cry.
the thing
That's
that made me
so
sad
fucked up.
the thing that made me
That's
sad is that like
so
I think I
fucked up.
understood like I understood what was happening. Like I understood it's like, oh, you just reached in your pocket. Like I don't expect a birthday gift from you. I don't know you really.
Yeah.
Like you like so the fact that he gave me anything I thought was funny. But like the thing that bothered me was like I know that he just gave me that because it was in his pocket, and it bothers me because it's like if my birthday was like either yesterday or the day after, what would he have had in his pocket that would have been more interesting How do I know, like, on the day afterwards he didn't have, like, a really cool knife? You know what I mean? That he would have just, like, hey, here you go. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been sick.
Yeah, here you go, kid. Here's a rifle.
But
Here's a
rifle, kid.
Here's a fucking sawed-off shotgun. Here you go, kid.
Sawed off.
You're like, ooh. Ooh.
Here you go, kid. Here's a haunted manuscript that shapes your reality as you read it. It's like, oh.
It's like, what? Okay.
I don't know if I want this.
The stupidest shit in this.
So scared.
Here's the Necro.
Right.
That shit is,
the Necronomicon.
It's such a dumb game that's good. It's so stupid, but it's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, I have to play. Man, fuck, I'm so behind.
You know what would have made Alan Wake better?
So fucking
if
behind.
I actually had the mystery team in it. Actually, for real.
All right, let's move on.
No, I think it would have been funny with them. Because
Next.
Like, what the fuck's
Next.
going on here? Scooby's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So stupid.
Here we go.
but-
Ghost Raid.
Yeah.
Ghost Raid
So
wrote
stupid.
in. We know Ghost Raid. Absolute psycho.
Ghost rape?
No, Ghost Raid.
Why is he raping ghosts?
Ghost Raid.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
single most He's fucking he's Ghost Raid is a dark urge. I put it like that. Ghost Raid has bad ending energy.
Yeah, he's bad. He's the bad ending. He says, "Hey, Snarky Snark and the Dark Bunch. Hope life's going well. So many companies seem to have a theme park. From Disney World to Nintendo Land to Hershey Park. It got me wondering what a theoretical Snark Tank theme park would consist of, be it rides, foods, mascots. The only limits your imagination." I love this fucking question. I love this idea because we got to have mascots. What's up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I just want to how old is this nigga? Like to make a reference to Marky Mark? Because
I have no idea.
26.
Really?
That's still too young. That's still too young. That's too young to make a fucking Marky Mark reference.
He probably watched the video of him beating that Asian man's head out his eye out his head. So he's like, oh, that's who Marky Mark is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, so okay, the mascots. God, I love this. So Penis Man, absolutely. We're definitely gonna have a Penis Man.
Lord Sex Man.
Osborne.
Lord Sex Man.
Yeah.
What does Lord Sex Man look like?
We gotta. That's the thing. It's like we gotta draft him up for the theme park. We have to figure out like what he looks like. That's an extra ammo in and of itself. Like figuring out
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
This is
we should do that. 100%. Write that shit down. I'm writing that shit down. Snark Tank theme park. That's fucking
definitely because we could go for hours.
Pen.
We could go for a while on that. I'm gonna write it in the extra ammo queue in our Discord.
Yeah, just do that, please.
God, that'd be fucking fire.
Pen's not working.
EA.
That's an awesome idea. I can't wait to do that one. It's gonna be the fucking shittiest theme park ever.
So Ghost Raid, thank you for the amazing
no
question.
Children allowed.
We will absolutely do this in depth.
Yeah.
For like an entire hour because this question captured my imagination in a way that I wasn't anticipating when I was reading it. So we're gonna save this because it's too good. So consider that a compliment to you and your question asking skills. Please 100%. Do come again. Let's see.
Bust again.
Let's get one more because I gotta ski DDD.
You gotta leave already? I thought we could do like two more.
I gotta start getting ready.
Oh, I mean, I guess
do two.
We'll do two more.
We'll
do two more, and then I'll just record the names. Later.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
Stop
oh my God.
puffing on cheesies. Puffing on cheese.
You know you try to light this shit when you were a kid. You know
who didn't? And then you inhale burnt. You inhale straight burnt. And you're like, oh.
You immediately start choking.
Like, what the fuck? That was just smoke.
This is kind of an interesting. This is kind of an interesting one. Sweet
people
Caroline,
do this?
Sweet cum of mine wrote in. He says,
Nice.
Sweet cum of mine.
Come. Oh, so splooge.
He says, hey, Snark cunts. Way back in episode 6. Hilarious to even bring up something that long ago. Up now.
We remember
insane.
that. That's insane.
We were mere children. That was like the third or second episode that we did as a
something like that.
It was like the second.
Yeah, like because we started at episode like 4 or 5, I think, when we started doing it weekly. Because before that, it was scattered throughout
the things we've
years.
the things we've said, they've been recorded saying is fucking obscene, dude. Like I think about it sometimes, where I'm like, holy shit, the stuff we've said on recording is insane.
I don't remember nearly anything that we've ever said. Quite frankly,
I remember it in moments.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Anyway. He wrote in, he says, way back in episode 6, Derek made a statement that you can absolutely always find someone better than the person you're dating. That in a mathematical sense, that there is always someone better for you. Seeing as that was like 2020 and Derek is now married, Sweeney's probably going to marry soon, and Chris is still smart and alone. Does that opinion for any of you change, or do you still hold to it? Happy holidays.
No, because
Hope Santa touches your butt graciously.
Oh, that's hot. Thank you.
I disagree, but I disagree with a different way now. But continue.
No, it doesn't. My experience doesn't alter the facts of there being 7 billion, 8 billion people on the planet, and it's just not like this whole idea of this soulmate or one and only someone thing is just fucking stupid. You know, it doesn't matter.
Bullshit.
I'm completely satisfied. That's a different thing, though. I'm completely satisfied. I don't have the desire to, like, I need to upgrade or some shit. But, say, for example, a ghost just takes her. Literally, a ghost just, like, appears, wraps her, and then she disappears. And now I have to get over that. You know, I get over that after a while, like, that crazy shit happened. Odds are that would I find someone? I don't know. The odds are low to actually maybe find somebody like that. But as far as, let's just say if I were able to talk to every woman that was a bachelorette or whatever, you can find some awesome fucking people on the planet. It's just like, come on, like, of course. But I
want to counterpoint real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, if you saw a ghost take JoJo, you're never getting over that. You're never getting over that.
I know. It was such an extreme example. It's such an extreme.
You are never.
I'm a little bit. Here's the thing. I'm a little bit superstitious in the way that I didn't want to just say like, oh, if she got like. I use an example that is so absurd that I feel like I can't. So you use
one that's more terrifying than any of the ones that actually
I use one that's so unlikely to happen than saying something that's like a possibility, and then what if something happened? Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, I willed that into existence. You know, so I just want to be like so outlandish with the example, like, oh, ghost steals her.
If you guys are just talking and a ghost shows up and it's like, I'm taking JoJo, and you're like, no, you're not, and it just grabs her and she's
wraps her and then just disappears. Like, I'm fucked. I don't know. What do I say to anyone about that? Like,
you're going to jail parents. First and foremost. A person is missing.
I'm totally fucked.
Is missing.
Guys, you gotta believe me. I know this is going to sound.
God,
I know this is going to sound so insane. I understand that this is going to sound like I'm making this up, but I can't even begin to tell you. Like, please hook me up to a lie detector. I swear to God. I was talking to her in the kitchen, and a ghost came, said, "I'm taking JoJo," wrapped their arms around her, and she vanished. I'm not kidding. Hook me up to a lie detector. I'm telling the truth. Please help me.
You know what's crazy? You know what's even crazier?
Yeah.
The state he would be in, you cannot hook him up to a lie detector. Because if they in that state of mind, they'd ask you what's your name, and you would say Derek Pilot, and it would be a lie. It'd go off as a lie. You'd be
it's just fucking.
Like, no, that's my name. You would be the trauma you would be experiencing would be off the charts.
You'd have to grapple with a lot too. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A new chapter of the world opened up to you, and it's not even a chapter opened up when you're young, where you kind of get used to the fact that that's real. It opens up in your 30s, where you're like,
yeah. You know what pisses me off though?
Much has been. How many things have I seen that happened that I thought didn't happen that I just repressed? What's going on with the world?
Here's the thing that would probably be the most upsetting. There's so many people that believe in superstitious and supernatural stuff, like their religion that they believe in. Right? They believe in so much. They believe in a Holy Ghost, but then I tell them this, they're like, bullshit. But I'm like, but you believe, though. You give me the benefit of please.
You made me swear on a Bible when I sat down to give my testimony. But me telling you for real a ghost stole my wife is bullshit to you. I'll eat everyone in this courtroom. I'll eat every single one of you guys. I'll eat you guys.
I love the idea of that scenario. You swear on this Bible that has ghost in it, and you're like, bro, I swear to God. And they're like, no, you're stupid and you're crazy. Get the fuck out of here. You're like,
the bailiff just starts beating the shit out of you. He starts whooping your ass with the fucking
the judge is just looking
He's like,
away.
bailiff, here, take this, and they start whooping your ass.
The fucking judge just starts sipping his coffee like he can't see it. And then at the last minute before you're dead, he's like, oh, all right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough. We still got to put him somewhere. We still got to use him as a slave.
He's got to make license plates. Hold on.
All right, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. All right, buddy. On your feet. On your feet. Look at you. You look like a mess.
Piece of shit.
Right.
Oh, you can't walk now,
right,
you pussy. I got
You stole your wife, you fucking jackass.
Last one. What's with these homies fucking my hole wrote in? He says, hey, nice. Negro trio. I mean,
whoa.
Trio.
Let's relax. What's one Christmas movie?
Chris isn't rapping. Well, Chris is rapping, he can say the N-word. In rapping, he can say the N-word. That's the only time.
Facts.
What's one Christmas movie that you just can't stand, but at every Christmas get together, people always put it on? Mine is Elf because I find the humor annoying. It's a fair answer, I think.
I
remember liking that movie, but I only seen it like once.
I hate the Grinch, if I'm being honest. I hate the Grinch. Jim Carrey's Grinch is a terrible movie, I think.
You hate the Grinch?
I don't like any of the Grinches, actually.
I'm lying. I fucking love that movie.
Really?
I love that movie so much. What movies do I think is very overrated for Christmas, but everybody else to play it?
I think the Santa Claus is dog shit.
I just like Christmas movies.
What'd you say, Derek?
I think most of them are pretty good.
I think Santa Claus, the fucking Tim Allen?
Oh, yeah, they're terrible. They're
Dude,
truly
there was
terrible.
this one get together, Chris. I think you got to remember this. There was this one get together, right? One get together. We all came over. We were all gonna watch movies, right? And we were like, "Yo, let's watch a movie." And one of our friends would not stop saying, "Put on Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause." She would not stop. We watched Soul, good movie, really enjoyed it. We were like, "Oh, this is a good movie." What else do you guys want to watch?
This is recent, then.
She would not stop. It was 2021, I think.
Yeah, it's the last few years.
Would not stop. We're like, yo, we don't want to watch it. Okay, an hour later, let's watch this. We don't want to watch that movie. We do not want to see that movie stop. She didn't stop. We ended up watching it that night.
Oh my god!
She would not give up. She would not give up.
I was so miserable. Like I already hate that movie. I already hate those movies. Period. Even the first one that people argue.
One.
Even the first one that people argue is like good. It's like I just don't find Tim Allen funny or endearing at all. I don't like him. I think he's very, very unfunny. I think the premise is fucking dumb. I can't get into it at all. But the Santa Claus 3 specifically sucks dick on a level that I could not even begin to describe without wasting everyone's time. It's so bad.
It is a horrible movie.
Because like that's the one with like the fucking. Is that the one where he has like the plastic beard? Is that the one?
Yeah, and it's the fucking Jack Frost.
Oh
what's
my
his name?
God.
William Short.
Martin Short. Yeah, Martin Short. Martin Short.
Martin Short. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Awful film. Awful fucking movie. But that's probably what nobody. No, but the thing about that is that nobody outside of that one situation, I've never ever seen anybody put that movie on or like argue for it so incessantly. The one
they would not give up.
I'll say this: I find I don't really care for A Christmas Story really at all. I don't know if I hate it, but I don't care for it even slightly. Like it's never something that I want to watch. It doesn't hit for me. It's not. I don't find it amusing.
You're not 50 years old, Chris. Yeah, like that.
Which one is it? Which one is it? It's the one with the black and white one, right?
No,
That
A
shit,
Christmas
like,
Story is A Christmas Story is the one where it's like you'll shoot your eye out, kid. You know, the one with like they're at school and a kid sticks his tongue to the pole and it sticks and Fragile.
I don't care about that shit.
And the leg lamp. The leg lamp I think is kind of funny. Like that's like a funny idea.
You guys are describing
I guess.
portion of this movie, and I'm like, is it the Ebenezer Scrooge one? No, right?
No, that's A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Story
Christmas Carol.
is the one with the little kid. Look it up. You have a computer in front of you. Look up A Christmas Story. You'll see it. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. If you've never seen it before, God bless you. But it's just an old.
Yeah.
It's a very old
Don't do
movie. I don't care for it. It's got nothing on. It's got nothing on Home Alone or like any of these other like great Christmas movies. Like it's just like I can't.
Fucking excellent.
I can't sit
Home
there.
Alone will always be Home Alone's one of the ones.
Oh my
that
god!
like,
Fuck this movie! Fuck this movie!
Yeah.
And fuck that stupid ass kid too.
Yeah. No. 100%.
Oh my god! I wanted to punch his head in, dude.
Yeah. 100%. Like that's trash. Don't put that shit on in my house ever. But yeah, Home Alone definitely, especially number 2. I love number 2 more than number 1. And one movie I'm afraid to watch again because I'm afraid it's gonna be dog shit is Jingle All the Way. Because I loved that movie as a kid.
That movie's still really fun.
Is it? I'm afraid to watch it,
fun
man.
movie.
Because that's why it ruined Space Jam for me when I watched it as an adult. I was like, I was like, this movie's fucking terrible, and I feel bad now.
Space Jam is crazy. Did you hear about that canceled? Like they were going the sequel to Space Jam back in like the 90s and early 2000s that they were going to do that ended up not happening because Looney Tunes Back in Action didn't do well at the box office.
No, I don't really remember.
Do you know what this is, Kingston? Do you know what it is?
I heard about that. Yeah.
I
heard about the fact that they were going to make another Looney Tunes movie, but Looney Tunes Back in Action didn't do very good.
Well, so the idea initially was
What
to
was
make
the
a
idea?
sequel to
Yeah.
Space Jam, and it was called Skate Jam with Tony Hawk, which I actually think would have been fucking dope, to be honest with you.
It
instead
could
of
have done all right.
instead of just doing like, hey, it's basketball every single time, the idea of them doing kind of like the same idea but like for different sports or different like that's
very cool.
It even
in some
rolls off
way.
the tongue to Skate Jam.
Yeah, Skate Jam sounds cool.
could've worked.
And the idea of like, I love the idea too that there would be like skate music in a Looney Tunes, like the idea of Daffy Duck fucking doing like grinding a tailpipe to like Bad Religion or something is fucking ridiculous. But we never got it because Looney Tunes Back in Action sucked. Oh well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
fuck,
that's,
and then we
Looney
got LeBron
Tunes
James.
back in a barnyard,
back at the
back at a
barnyard.
bus,
All right, relax.
LeBron James.
back like I
All right,
never
guys.
left.
That's gonna be it for us today. Next episode,
Black.
we're gonna just kind of run through the remaining questions. We got through a decent chunk of them, but you know, there's always going to be more. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can always go to patreon.com/snarktank. Extra episodes. Be prepared for that extra ammo that we just talked about on today's show, where we're gonna iron out our theme park for sure. Like I'm so excited about that. I already have so many ideas.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah. It's so good. But pop on over there if you want to support us. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, leave us nice reviews on iTunes and all your other RSS feed places, wherever the fuck you listen to this. So we're gonna read the $25 and up patrons right now.
So I just realized that we did not have a credits recorded for this one because something happened. Someone had to run, and then we never followed up on it. So when I was editing, I realized, oops. So I'm just going to do it myself, and probably put a little bit of music for a little bit of atmosphere. I don't know what the hell it's going to be, but you're probably hearing it right now. So here we go. I'm going to read the list. Starting off with Doc on the Bay, sitting on a cock because I'm gay. Gay ABCs. Very cool. Blow a dick, a female dick. Gay is what I will become. Leon Sams. Big meaty stinks. Saucy legs McGee. Very cool. Gray Collier. Josh, it wasn't me giddy. Andy, the man whose handies are S tier and dandy. Very cool. Evil Sween, be like, I'm tiny. I'm skinny. So rude. Ben Shapiro 100% stashed away one of his sister's bras when he was younger. 100%. You know, obviously that's creepy, but at the same time, even Ben Shapiro would not be able to resist those milkers. Heath Smoker. Daddy Lars, the Uncle Ruckus of the Goon Squad. I'm not gay. I'm feeling trans. Got man's dick in my ass. I'm he, him, but not for long. My penis is coming off. Very cool. Send the Sonic Symphony to Israel. They need that hog. Metal Gay Solid 3 Sperm Eater featuring Solid Cock. Shut up, Sweeney, you're gay. I could not agree more. Great name. The billboard posted on KSI's massive fucking forehead. His forehead. He has a 20 head. It's so big. It's so fucking big. Homeless trans femme who got laid off from Pizza Hut. Sorry to hear about that. Alexander the Gay and Chris the Straight. Hard or flaccid, you're coming in me. That's pretty cool. Screaming like the Nazgul when I come. Sucking down a crisp diet cock. I mean diet cock. I mean diet cock. I mean diet cock. I mean diet cock. Throw your cum in the air. Spray it like you just don't care. If you like the dick and balls and all that gay shit, everybody. That's pretty cool. Because I am loving just how gay I am. If I wasn't, I'd hate just... I'm a gaper for dude shows. Hi, y'all should know that's just semen M. This doesn't like... it's still not registering with me. Whatever. Ben Shapiro tries to burp on a clit, but vomits. Stop with the Britain slander. That's a good name, by the way. Stop with the Britain slander. It already sucks here. Hey, mate. Can't help it. I love all you British people, but you know. Listening to Sweeney makes me consider racism. Agreed. Chris, you broke-ass, crayon-eating, no-brain, dead sister having Titan player. That's, it's pretty fucking rude. Baller of the First Sin. You don't have to be afraid anymore. We are approaching episode 200. I would like to thank all the bitches, big bitches, small bitches, tall bitches, short bitches, 100%. Chris, please look it up. Please look up pics of Dizzy Gillespie ruining the upholstery of a Ford F-150 with the boys every single time. When you get caught between the cum and some dude's penis, I know it's gay shit, but it's true. Johnny Silvercock. Cyphergraph. Sweeney with the eeny weeny peeny. Facts. Elmo found dead in New York City apartment. And I think it's kind of bussin'. Oh yeah, and I think it's kind of bussin'. I think it's kind of cab. The dreams in which I'm dying are the ones that kind of slap. Hunter Dubois, the dog father. Carl, get a glass. I want to see it, Carl. Take the glass from Carl. Get a glass. I want to see it, Carl. Take a glass from the walker's corpse before our squirt takes full control. Before the squirt takes full control. So stupid. Sweeney, lick my peenie. The cum flows wide on the bed sheets tonight. Not a straight man to be here in the kingdom of penetration. And it looks like I'm the, what is that, queer? It cut off a little bit. It looks like it just cuts off. It just says quit. Bro, same. The everlasting gaze. Back to tank of cum. Caucasian container. The Cracker Barrel for gays. Donald Trump burping on Dom's clit. Do Christian girls squirt holy water? I sure hope they do. Dan, hold her tighter. She's a fighter. Schneider. Damn. King Kong's Ding Dong wrote in. Black people is actually short for basketball people. I'm sorry, Sween. I thought of that phrase independently. I didn't know. Why is this shit always cutting off, man? And then it's like, and then it won't let me complete it. Do Patreon's... Patreon is fucking stupid, man. Like, just so many things. Yeah. All right, whatever. She picking on my Pippa. Possum. Gog. Average clit energy. Shout out. I couldn't even edge. I just busted. Just the hard R. Star Coffee on the Twitch, bitch. Shinzo on my doohickey till I abe. I like that. Rest in peace. Choked to death by Aubrey Plaza's thighs. Yep. Been blowing lots of guys. Yeah, been blowing lots of guys. Living in the gay man's paradise. Taking dongs of every size. Living in the gay man's paradise. Trans femme gremlin. Exposing people with the lactose intolerance of 90 million roentgens of ionizing radiation. Yush. Not Vinpin. There we go. The angelic DM. So here I am, blowing every man I can. I'm fucking every man, pretending I'm a homo man. DJ Khaled voice, DJ comes suck. Craig the Canadian. Friendly reminder. Kevin Sorbo. Wow, I can't speak. Kevin Sorbo, star of the Christian media like God's Not Dead, voiced Hercules in God of War 3. Yes, 100%, but you would usually say Kevin Sorbo, star of Hercules, but I get that that's the joke, I guess. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo fucking sucks now, man. He sucks so badly. He just sucks. And he's just doing what a lot of people are doing. They're like, oh, I'm not relevant anymore, so I'm just going to go on this whole, like, adopt this new arc where, look at man, everything's a problem, and we gotta go back to being good old gay Christians and sucking cocker or whatever God's. I don't know, whatever, shout out. It's your boy Shawnee D. Little Dick Big Nuts. Daily Wire presents Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is What is a Black. We need to make that a real thing. Ben & Jerry's Funky Monkey. The proud owner of a 12-gauge silly straw. I have a climax that's approaching, provoking. His cum leaks out of my butthole. I am reclaimer of the gay, born in gay. I don't know what this is. Why is this like... I wish it wouldn't cut off, but it just does. Like, clearly there's more. And even when I hover over it, like say like, you know, like a hyperlink, it just doesn't want to do anything. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks Patreon. Gay Sinatra be like, start spreading your cheeks. I'm fucking your ass. Let's see. 3XO and the Japanese skin professor whose suitcase of Yakuza hides was stolen in Chicago. What is that, fucking Yakuza 4 or something? Sloping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoji that's doing this. Ooh. Keith David. Homeless Drip MH, Lord of Homeless Drip. Pretty cool. Is that supposed to be like... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I get it. If you get put on Santa's nice list, he'll show you his mistletoes. Very cool. MF... That's... MF fag. That's so not even clever. I think tits are lame. Vagina walls don't thrill me at all. So tell me why shouldn't it be true I get dick out of dudes? I just sorry, that threw me off. Obi, why don't you blow me? Kremlin de Gremlin. I canceled my LSM patronage because of Colin's blind PlayStation meat riding. That shit sucks and trophies are gay. Damn, shots fired, bro. I mean, I don't know. I just remember Colin having interesting takes of like liking stuff that people like. He almost seemed like a contrarian in the way that he plays games, but no, everybody has their own flavors. But yeah, shout out to Colin. That's it. I'm really gonna do it this time. Deeth Cavid. She spread it and let me take a sniff of that mahi. Fucking police. Coming hard as I thrust and pound. Alright. Avi. Marge's unburped clip. Aw, man. Halo 2 Blow Me Away tune. Only the gayest will survive. Need the homos who bust inside. I am gay against the wall. I appreciate the people that kind of give a precursor. Wage Slave 583, a sad guy from Michigan. I understand the guessing thing is also good with it, but a lot of times it's hard to guess on the fly. Down bad for a helicopter dick emoticon so I can see Chris go emoticons going like this to it. Very cool. The Papini Brothers Emporium has a celebrity shout-out video for the 200th episode coming soon. Hey, Donkerson. All right, we're almost out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Gays and whatever. What's the opposite of gays? Not gays? Yeah, I think that's it. That level 5 Gat Bussy got me gooped up for real, no cap on God. You gotta pay the troll's toll to get into the boys' hole. Gade 6. Shaggy using 2% of his power to grant himself an N-word pass. Kid Cudi. I'm on the pursuit of fat penis, and I know everything that's long ain't always gonna be throbbing. But it should be. Let's see. Snark Tank snitch bitches need to stop telling on me to Daddy Colin. Could you guys make gorilla noises? I need them for my D&D campaign. I'm gonna have Chris handle that because for the culture, I just can't do it. I can't, unfortunately. If I were a gay man with a femboy, wait, what? If I were a gay man with a femboy or two, yeah, all right. A mean lesbian. Wow, you're very mean. Gumball's voice actor calling Dream the F slur. What I like about it is this person has Dream as his Avi. Sadman.gov. I'm going to try that. I'm going to type that in later. John Strickland. Do your balls hang low? Can they gobble down my throat? Is the cum thick as rice? Is it sweet or is it spice? See, the problem I have with this is that it needs to rhyme. I want it to rhyme with low, right? So it's like, do your balls hang low? Da 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 da. Did you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Like I want it to, for it to be satisfactory for me, but still nice. Mercs 1889. That Benjamin button make my cone of vision shrink steady. Okay. The First Church of Keith David featuring Paul Joseph Watson's massive fist waffle punching his shit down the sink train. Videos of white kids screaming the N-word at their classmates. Yeah, classic. Pre-Roz. Blake 896. Crypto scammer and YouTube sensation Logan Paul winning the United States Championship at the WWE. The United States Championship at WWE Crown Jewel. Yeah, gross. Let the buttholes hit the cock. Let the buttholes hit the cock. Let the buttholes hit the cock. That's great shit. It's real. Hector's rectum is real. Lil Dish Rag. Come on my peen. Alaskan oil-filled trash. Texas tater salad. My body's a machine that turns piss into more piss. That's real shit. I'm Dr. Roscoe, Wait, what? I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine. Cool. Sue Hulk. Tickle my ass hairs. Nikki Ziggy. Shout out. The locust that fucked the Boltok pistol hole in Maria's head. Poor Maria. A roughly human-shaped pile of red flags. Doug Penis. Jackson DuPont. Badly Brave. Hugger Derek. Duck Cunt. And Goliath's voice. I've been denied everything. Even my cum. Etherean, Pergerian Hunter, frying bacon with my shirt off, Melphis one, the angriest kraut enjoying the view on Dealey Plaza from the 6th floor. And finally, just the GOAT that's been here since the very beginning, King of Haphazard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, holy crap. That was way longer than I thought it was going to be. I see why Chris tries to speed run it. But yeah, shout out to all our patrons. You guys fucking rock. See you in the next episodes. They're pretty great. They're pretty good. The ones that we did, they're coming up pretty soon. So take care, and I want to have sex with each and every one of you.